Welcome to Nancy Ellen Quilts. Cutting with scissors is fine for some jobs, but in other cases, as with borders, sashing, or binding, it's much easier, quicker, and more accurate to cut strips with a rotary cutter, like this one. A self-healing mat and a see-through gridded ruler, like the one I have here. Let me demonstrate. Let's say you want to make strips out of this piece of fabric. First step is to iron your fabric. You want to iron all of the creases out. Now that you're done ironing, you're ready to cut. A few tools that you'll need to begin your rotary cutting are a self-healing mat, rotary cutter, and a see-through gridded ruler. The great thing about using a rotary cutter is you're able to cut long strips of your fabric without having to use a ruler to measure. So here this long strip is going to get folded in half. Move it down for my videographer. And you're going to line up the selvage edge. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to smooth it out using my rotary mat. And using my long ruler, this is a 24-inch, I'm going to line up that fold through one of the lines of the ruler. The idea is to make sure that the line, this 1-inch line, goes straight through. So every time there's a break, all I see is a little bit of fabric, and adjust it as you need to. So it's perfectly going straight through. Do you see that? I'm going to move it over just a little bit more. So now with the ruler perfectly lined up on the fold of the fabric, I'm going to use your rotary cutter. I'm going to open it with my thumb. I'm right-handed. Open the safety with the blade exposed. Starting at this end towards me, I'm going to push the rotary cutter away, always cutting the rotary cutter away from you. Just like that. Your left hand holds the ruler in place. Your right hand pushes the rotary cutter away from you. And I'll just double check to make sure it's making a clean cut, and it sure did. And now I have a perfect edge to start with. Now that we made a clean edge with which to use all our measurements, I'm going to take my ruler, slide it over until I get to 2 1/4 inches, which is the size I want for my binding strips. And you can see over here, you can zoom in. It goes across 1 inch, 2 inches, right to the quarter mark. And it goes straight down. I don't know if the camera can get all that. Straight down, it lines up perfectly with that new straight line that you just made with your rotary cutter. And now, again in the open position, I'm pushing away from me. I just made a beautiful 2 1/4 inch strip. It's easy, it's perfectly accurate, and there's no what we call bat wings in the center. It's perfectly straight.